Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome to Talking Shit with your boy, Sophisticated Jerk. And today I wanted to go over this clip that I seen where this woman was breaking down in a news clipping where, she broke up with her boyfriend and he could have handled the rejection. So it just sent them to a rage where he was like firing shots at their house, trying to set it on fire. So it's just crazy, when you see a grown ass man that can't handle a rejection, this shit is kind of pathetic. But let me go ahead and pull this clip up and y'all see what I'm talking about. It was crazy.
Right now at 6, a mother and her daughter threatened when she tried to break up with a boyfriend.
He told me that I won't make it to see my birthday.
New tonight, the moment the victim thought she was going to die.
I was just praying.
That shit looked like a war zone.
To the Lord, like, please save me. Please save us.
Live, local, late breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 6
Yeah, they be wilding out in Atlanta.
You can count on.
Thank you for joining us here on Channel 2 Action News at 6. I'm George Estevez.
Good evening. I'm Linda Stouffer. We begin tonight with the story of a mother and daughter worried they might die because of a violent ex-boyfriend accused of firing on their home.
Before we jump into it, this is where, I do think, man, people got to be careful when you're out here dating and stuff, especially when you have kids, man, because it's like you choose that wrong person, they wild out. It puts your own kids and stuff in danger and stuff. So I think people definitely got to vet out better and be more selective who you messing around with, because this type of stuff could end up if you just, you put yourself in a place of desperation and just grab somebody and stuff and they turn out to be crazy. It's like, man, it comes to your home. So yeah, just be careful with that.
A Channel 2 Action News exclusive, a prosecutor says Ring doorbell camera captured a campaign of terror with an arson that gutted the mother's home. Channel 2 investigative reporter Mark Winnie is live in downtown Atlanta. Mark, her house was shot up, firebombed even before the fire.
And we're at the Fulton County District Attorney's Office Domestic Violence Division. The Fulton County DA's office says what evidence, photos, and video show in this case underscore that there is a post-pandemic epidemic of domestic violence here.
I'm still moving on, trying to move forward with my life.
The time that victims are in the most danger is when they are leaving. This case is a perfect example of that.
I'm a firm believer in God, and I have a very good willpower, and I'm going to make it.
We know this defendant was hunting her, and that's not uncommon.
I'm a survivor.
Shanice Todd says she believes breaking up with boyfriend Christopher Lewis Anderson in 2021.
See, and that's what I'm talking about, because I don't believe in domestic violence, dudes. Man, you need to learn how to take rejection. Never put your hands on a female, but I'm looking at this photo and I could tell my man a little gone and stuff. Like you could tell he's evolved in the streets and stuff. He got that background. So that's why I'm saying people got to be a little more selective and stuff when they mess with people. This was a hell of a red flag. My man hairline pushed all the way back, So yeah.
And lit a fire inside of him. A burning desire for revenge that led to an orchestrated campaign of terror that included men firing a barrage of gunshots into her home and an attempt at firebombing it that same night. And days later, an arson fire that gutted the home, along with nearly all her possessions. And there was more.
This is a case of a person who will not stop.
It's pretty clear that Mr. Anderson was a jilted lover and could not let go of Miss Todd, and thus he tried to hunt her down and harm her.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Fulton County Assistant District Attorney Celeste Patton says she and Senior Assistant District Attorney Travis Thomas prosecuted Anderson in his recent trial. And lead prosecutor Thomas showed the jury Ring video of Anderson as he started to rip out Ms. Todd's Ring video doorbell July 12th, 2021. And on August 7th, 2021, Anderson texted Ms. Todd, quote, "You won't see your B-day," unquote, referring to her birthday just weeks away.
I felt like my life was in danger.
September 4th, her new Ring doorbell captures people coming into her yard about 12 o'clock at night and shooting up her house and throwing Molotov cocktails through the house.
Ms. Todd says her house, where she and her 15-year-old daughter had been sleeping, was riddled with bullet holes, and she put out a fire started by one of the Molotov cocktails.
I was just praying. I just started praying.
Yeah, let me pause right there. And for somebody to have that disregard, they know they're on like ring bell cams and stuff. You could tell, man, they don't give a damn about the law. So yeah, this dude if he could escalate to this point, he was probably gone way before then. So, he probably already had a background and stuff. So definitely a piece of shit. And when they're saying domestic violence, I think this is terrorism right here. This ain't no domestic violence. This is like 2 stages beyond that. So yeah, dude definitely need to throw his ass underneath the jail. People like this don't need to be out walking around in the streets.
And to the Lord, like, please save me. Please save us. I was just praying.
He did, didn't he?
Yeah. He saved us because it's fortunate that I'm here talking to you right now.
The daughter's headboard had some bullet holes over it.
DA Fonnie Willis.
She had to leave her home so that her and her child would be safe.
Prosecutor Patton says September 9th ring video captured the early moments of a fire that virtually destroyed the house where Ms. Todd and her daughter had lived, but they had moved out for safety. And late last month, the jury convicted Anderson of a list of crimes, and a judge sentenced him to 60 years in prison, followed by 25 on probation. Prosecutor Thomas says the judge sentenced Anderson as a recidivist partly because of a 2006 arson first-degree conviction for setting fire to a bed in the apartment of another ex-girlfriend. Thomas says.
And see, and this is, sorry to pause it and stuff, but this is what I'm talking about, man. You can't have that much desire, especially when you have kids, man, where you just don't do no background search. Because like easy Google search or something on that, especially if you getting like involved with somebody, man, could pull out a lot of details on people. And that's what I'm saying. I ain't seen this clip. I just saw the beginning part and I'm like, I could already tell this dude had a background. So it's just like, man, if you sometimes like people that are involved in like craziness and they exhibit them traits and you don't do that checking, that's when it could come back to backfire. So a lot of these stories, man, you start seeing it play out. And a lot of times people, like I said, because of desires, or they infatuated with somebody, or they like them for whatever reason, they just ignore so much stuff and put everybody at risk.
A 2006 police report indicated Anderson texted someone, "If I were you, I would keep that hoe from where you stay because you would get all of y'all murdered." Ms. Todd says she works hard but still struggles financially, getting by through faith and family.
I'm a child of God.
Now, documents indicate Anderson was found not guilty of use of firearm by a convicted felon during commission of crime and a similar charge, and that a motion for a new trial has been filed. A spokesman emailed the Fulton County Public Defender's Office, zealously represented Mr. Anderson at trial, and though he did not prevail, we will continue to fight for him in navigating the post-trial processes. Reporting live at the DA's office, Mark Winnie, Channel 2 Action News.
I hope she feels safer tonight. She is brave to speak out. Mark, thank you. We have more details now on domestic violence in Georgia. The Georgia Commission on Family Violence says in 2023, more than 129,000 adults and more than 17,000 children were victims of family violence in Georgia. More than 163 deaths in our state related to domestic violence. Firearms were involved in 80% of those fatalities, and domestic violence disproportionately impacts Black women. They experience the most family violence nationwide, and Georgia leads the nation in the rate at which Black women experience violence. And there is help available, very important. The Georgia Commission on Family Violence has...
I'm gonna stop it right there, but yeah, those stats alone, it just, it's definitely sad, man. People got to go through that stuff. I'm definitely like big on people not, like I said, keeping your hands to yourself, healthy relationships. But like I said, you got to take that extra step to make sure that you vet people out and you don't just bring drama in your life, But all right, y'all, man, keep tuning in, keep checking out the videos. All right, peace.